Hey, hi, hello, and welcome to the show. My name is DDare Bionic, if you did not know, and I am black. With my third video of the week. Damn! Alright, y'all, I'm not gonna put you through too much weight on this one. If you see the title of this video, you already know what we're talking about. I need to dive into this film about my homegirl, M3GAN. I don't know why I keep calling her M3GAN. I don't know why. So dumb. That is right. I am going to be reviewing the movie. This movie came out literally 2 months ago, and I'm just not watching it. Not for lack of trying. I just haven't had time to sit. I wanted to go see it in the theater, honestly, but I haven't had time to actually sit down and watch the film. But my partner and I watched it this past weekend, and baby, this movie was written for me. Absolutely, it was. It was written for moi. This was 100% a film for DDare Bionic. But before I get into anything about my homegirl M3GAN, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get a notification every single time I post a video. I am on my way to 1,200 subscribers by December, so make sure you are subscribed and share my channel with a friend if you like movie reviews. And make sure you're checking out Mental Health Chat Monday. The episode 5 just premiered this past Monday, and episode 6 is coming next Monday. Who'd have thought? Make sure you check out that series. I am very, very proud of it. It is very important and special to me. So subscribe, get me to 12K, and check out Mental Health Chat Monday. And without further ado, let's get into this review of, honestly, probably my favorite movie I've seen this year. I haven't seen that many movies this year, but whatever. This movie came out in January. Like I said, I wanted to see it in the theater. Didn't get a chance to watch it this past weekend, and I absolutely loved it. This movie has currently on IMDb a 6.4 out of 10. And I've watched several reviews about the film. I should mention we watched the unrated version on Peacock, so I haven't seen the theatrical release version. But honestly, I don't need to, because this was exactly the movie I expected for it to be. And I think if they had released this version in theaters, it would have maybe gotten a little bit more of a positive response. So I don't know what was left out of this film from the theatrical release. If y'all want me to do a comparison of the two, comment down below and I'll track down the theatrical release and watch it. But baby, this was it for me. This movie was so good. I don't know what people were complaining about. I think the camp of it all was lost on everybody who complained about this movie, or not even necessarily complained, but gave it a lower score. I feel like people were really expecting for it to be horror, gore, blood and guts, killer robot, but that's not what I was expecting. From the second I saw her do that little dance, baby, I knew this was about to be high camp. I expected for this movie to be funny, and it had me cackling. M3GAN has some of the best one-liners. let me just get into the movie. So I'm not gonna bore you with the synopsis of the film or a full story breakdown, word for word, line by line, scene by scene. The long and short of the movie is that Katie, played by Violet McGraw, she did a fabulous job. She did a very good job, child actor. Her parents are killed in a car accident at the beginning of the film, as these things always happen. And she goes to live with her sister, Gemma, played by Allison Williams. You might know her from Get Out. She played the white girl that I didn't believe from the beginning. Never trust a white girl. Gemma, so she goes to live with her sister Gemma, who's a genius and makes toys or whatever. She works at this company, I don't remember the name, Funky, Funki, Funky. And they make toys, and she's been working on this life-size doll called M3GAN. I forget what M3GAN stands for. It's it's an Model 3 Gen, I forget what the G stands for, but it's Model 3 something Android, and that's why the E is a 3, because she's the third generation. Let me look it up real quick because I want to know what the G stands for. Model 3 Generative Android. That's what M3GAN stands for. So she's making this android or whatever called M3GAN, for her company. Ronnie Chang is playing the boss. He's fine. Something about his performance felt a little overacted to me. I don't know what else I may have seen him in. Oh, he was in Crazy Rich Asians. I love that movie. If you haven't seen Crazy Rich Asians, you should definitely check it out. It's a very, very good movie. I haven't really seen many of these films that he's been in, but to me, his performance, I don't really remember him in Crazy Rich Asians, but his performance in this was a little over the top for me, but a fine job. Allison Williams does a fabulous job. Now, here is the real tea. So M3GAN, the doll, is played by a real girl. She's like, I almost said ambidextrous. What do you call the people? A contortionist and dancer. Her name is Amy Donald. Fabulous stunt work from Miss Amy. She does a great job as M3GAN, and voiced by Jenna Davis. Basically, Gemma is not adjusting to having a child now, which is to be expected from someone who is so devoted to their work. And honestly, it's not ever implied that she wants children. So once Katie comes to live with her, she's like kind of trying. And then there's this Lydia, Amy Usherwood, I believe. Lydia is the therapist. Comes in on the first day and is being real judgmental and bitchy about Gemma's lifestyle. Like, this little girl been here for a week. At most, at that point, I think she had been there for a week. Like, cut Gemma some slack. She literally just got a child out of nowhere. Like, and not even like a little one that she can raise up. Like, this is a full-grown child. Give her time to adjust. Don't come in and be snooty and turn your nose up at Gemma. We see that Gemma is having some issues with her neighbor, Celia, played by Lori Dungy. Very funny, very good. Not funny. She was very good. Actually, her character was kind of funny. Which leads to, once M3GAN is brought home, leads to M3GAN killing her dog. And killing her. Spoiler alert. I forgot to do a spoiler alert. But, I mean, this movie's been out for 2 months. If you haven't seen it by now, oh well. So M3GAN kills her and the dog. And the thing is, M3GAN is made to pair with whoever her, like, host or owner is. I forget the word exactly that they use. So she is paired with Katie, and Gemma is kind of using M3GAN to raise Katie. So Gemma's motives are not they're misguided. She means well, but she's not going about it the right way. So then we get to this point where, you know, later in the film, that M3GAN is killing people on behalf of Katie because she's protecting Katie. So she kills the dog. The dog bites Katie, so she kills the dog. Celia is just kind of a horrible, wretched person, so she kills her. We see her kill. Technically, she didn't kill this kid, but she did run him over chased him. She pulled his ear off and then she chased him and he fell down and got hit by a car. So that happened because of M3GAN. Who else did M3GAN kill? Oh, M3GAN kills David. M3GAN kills Ronnie Chong's character. She tries to kill Cole or Kurt? No, Cole and Jen, or Cole and Tess. Cole played by Brian Jordan Alvarez, and Jen played by Tess played by Jen Van Epps. She kills Kurt, who is like David's lackey. She murders him in the elevator. Yeah, she goes on kind of a little. She doesn't kill a lot of people. There's not a high body count, and the movie is gory in a way. There's like a lot of blood, but to me, the thing about this movie that I liked the most was how camp it was. M3GAN wasn't out here trying to be taken serious as like, I think the film knew what it was, you know, like it knew it was going to be a campy, fun horror movie. It wasn't like an original Chucky. It wasn't like a Child's Play. It was more of like a Bride of Chucky. And I think it was aware in that. And I think that's why the marketing for it was so heavy and so funny and campy. And you have all the M3GANs doing the dance. And honestly, I saw some people complain about that scene where she has her little dance moment. And I thought that was fucking hilarious. I thought like a lot of the things that people didn't like, I enjoyed a great deal. And I think it's because I went into the movie without the preconceived notion of it being gore, scary horror. I think you have to, if you have not seen the film by now, watch it. It's streaming on Peacock, the unrated version. Don't go into it expecting for it to be like the scariest, bloodiest movie you've ever seen. Go in expecting camp. Go in expecting fun, expecting humor, and expecting for it to not take itself too serious, because it really doesn't. There's a scene where M3GAN gets attacked by the dog, and it's kind of a meme going around. She pops up and her hair is all fucked up, and she's got leaves all in her hair, and it's just like little stuff like that. Like there's a scene where Lydia, the therapist, makes Katie cry, and M3GAN comes up with a box of tissues, and she's like, "You made Katie cry," and Lydia goes, "Well, that wasn't my intention," and M3GAN goes, the absolute best response anyone could give. "And yet that's what happened."
And yet that's what happened.
Listen, I love M3GAN, and I like that they're making a M3GAN 2.0 because, you know, in the end, and this is a big spoiler, there's a big fight scene, obviously, between M3GAN and Gemma and Katie. Katie eventually comes around. Because there's a point where in the movie where Katie is so obsessed with M3GAN, and it plays on that that idea of attachment, where kids get attached to things, and when you take it from them, they just like lash out. But Katie finally comes around and realizes that M3GAN is a freaking killer. But they leave it open to where, you know, even if they hadn't planned on making a sequel, M3GAN has kind of encoded herself into the AI of Gemma's home. Kurt stole the files of the creation of M3GAN and put them on a separate drive, and probably has them M3GAN still exists in the ether. So it makes sense that they're going to make a part 2. I know a lot of people were like, why are they making a part 2? I think this movie deserves a sequel. I think I want more M3GAN in my life. I do. Because she really has some of the absolute best one-liners. This movie was directed by Gerard Johnstone and written by Akela Cooper, and the story is by James Wan. This isn't typical of James Wan to me. This seems like a little outside of James Wan's typical wheelhouse, but also I could be totally tripping on that. Like, doesn't James Wan do all the Saw movies? I hate those movies. Every single one of them, which is wild because he did the Saw movies, but he also did The Conjuring 2, and he did M3GAN, which I absolutely love. He's done some movies that I actually genuinely like a lot of the movies in the Conjuring franchise I really enjoy, but man, the Saw movies are just wretched. I really, really do not like them. Comment down below, do you like the Saw movies? Because I hate them. But yeah, so Akela Cooper, you wrote this movie for me. Thank you very much for writing this film for me. James Wan, thank you for coming up with the story for this film for me. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm giving M3GAN see, here's where I'm torn. I can't give it a 10 because it was not perfect by any means. That is for sure. Like, 10 is reserved for films like Death Becomes Her. I've been talking about Death Becomes Her a lot. I still need to do a nostalgia watch of that movie. 10 is reserved for films like Death Becomes Her, like A Nightmare Before Christmas. Not me pulling all of my nostalgia watches. Wait a minute. 10 is reserved for movies like City of God. City of God is an absolute 10 out of 10. That movie, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. This movie is absolutely amazing. I really and truly believe it deserves more than a 6.4 out of 10 on IMDb. I wonder what it has on Rotten Tomatoes, a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 4.2 on Vudu. So that's 86% of Google users like this movie. I love this movie. That seems more accurate to me. Like, it's like an 8 out of 10. It's not the best movie to ever come out ever. It's not doing anything new to the genre of horror. It's very campy. And I think some of the complaints I've heard is that it's overly campy. But to me, the movie knew what it was trying to be. It understood the assignment. It was hilarious. And M3GAN has some of the best one-liners in horror history. And I'm putting that on this cleaning cloth. So if you haven't seen the film by now, like I said, it's streaming on Peacock, unrated. Check it out. It's very good. I really, really enjoyed this movie. So like I said, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you haven't seen my latest review, click the title card above and make sure you are subscribed, like, comment, share, and hit the notification bell so you get a notification every single time I post a video. I post twice a week. This week you got 3 videos. I don't know when you'll get 3 videos again, but I had to catch up from last week. So thank you so much for watching. Check out Mental Health Chat Monday. Share my channel with your friends. Subscribe. We're reaching that 12K goal by December. I just absolutely know we're going to get there before December. And if we get there before December, maybe I'll do like a special like giveaway or something. Maybe I'll do something like that. Comment down below what you'd like to see once I hit 12K. If you want to shop Lunar Tights hair color, make sure to do it down below, as well as hit the link to follow me on all my social media and to subscribe to Lunar Tights, to Mental Health Chat Monday, wherever you listen to your podcast, because it's audio and visual. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.